Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Rider Calerex Vmax from Chilling Reign. That's right, Rider Calerex V from Chilling Reign. Alright, as you know, Chilling Reign is going to be the next TCG set from Pokemon that's going to be coming out. And this thing is going to be basically the headliner of the set. Yeah, Rider Calerex is basically slated to be one of the best cards, not only from the set, but one of the best cards that Pokemon has printed in a long time because of what it can do. So today we're going to be taking a look at that and show you what this card can do. Show you what this card can do, and we're going to be doing it early. Because I mean, the set comes out in June, but we're doing this in May because people want to test this out. People want to get, their early deck list and see how it really plays. And then when the set comes out, they can go ahead and get the cards they need for the decks, and they can go and get the cards they need for their decks, and then they can start playing. So they'll have all their cards. Because if they do it, if they just wait till the cards come out, and then you decide to get cards for this deck, it's kind of like, it kind of defeats the purpose, because it's just like you won't get a chance. It's like you get a chance to do it, but it's just like, how do I explain it? Like, if you get your cards after the cards come out for the deck, then it's just like, well, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not good. It's not good if you do it when the stuff comes out. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get into this deck profile. Alright. I'll explain that a little bit later. We are going to do do it like this. A 4/4 line of Rider Calerex Vmax. 4 of the V, 4 of the Vmax. I'm going to talk about the V first. Alright. Rider Calerex V. It has 210 HP. Alright, it's a psychic type. This psychic type is weak to dark type Pokemon, which is actually a pretty bad weakness because of Eternatus. Alright. Eternatus Vmax is a very bad weakness to be weak to. So, but hey, what can you do? It's still a great card. It has 2 attacks. The first attack, what is it called? Shadow Mist, I think. It does 10 damage if the opponent can't play special energy cards on their next turn. So if they have special energy cards, or if they're a special energy card deck, like Rapid Strike, then they can't play special energy cards on the next turn. That could be pretty big, I guess, And then the second attack for 2 psychic energy, Astral Barrage, I think. You put 5 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. It's not really, I really don't, you really can't do nothing with that. Actually, it also has a resistance to fighting, which is actually really good. I mean, you're already basically kicking fighting in the face because you're a psychic Pokemon. Most fighting Pokemon are weak to psychic. And then you have a resistance to them. So that makes their damage output even less, which is really, really good. Because fighting is a good type right now. Fighting is a good type in the TCG right now. But yeah, resistance to fighting, treat cost of 2, air balloon can pay that, you know, things like that. So that is the Calerex V, Shadow Rider Calerex V. Now, Shadow Rider Calerex Vmax. Alright. Alright, it has 330 HP. Alright. It has this great ability that basically says that once during your turn, you could basically take a psychic energy card, attach it to one of your bench Pokemon, and draw 2 cards. This ability stacks. So if you have 2 Calerex Vmaxes, you know, out or on your bench, or 3 Calerex Vmaxes, Shadow Rider Calerex Vmaxes on your bench, you can sit there, attach a psychic energy, draw 2, attach a psychic energy, draw 2, attach a psychic energy, draw 2. You can keep doing it until you get what you want, which is insane. Freaking insane. This ability alone makes this card busted. And then the attack on it, what is the attack? Yeah, the attack on it, it's for 3 colorless, but you're going to use psychic energy. It's for 3 colorless, and this attack does 10 damage, plus 30 more damage for each psychic energy you have in play. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to count up by 3 for each psychic energy. You're going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. You're going to do multiples of 3 for each psychic energy. And then you just basically add 100. Add 100 or 0 to the end of that. And you've got your damage. Plus the 10. You know, which is insane. And this deck can get a lot of psychic energies out. With this ability, with one of the other cards we're going to be talking about, like really soon, you know, we could get psychic energies on the board for this attack to work. Also has a resistance to fighting. Also has a retreat cost of 2, things like that. Also weak to dark, of course. So we have ourselves 2 copies of Rapidash V. This will be coming in the Rapidash V box that's coming out when this set comes out, when this set drops. But Rapidash V, it has 210 HP. Its first attack for 2 colorless. What does it do? What is it? Libra Horn, I think. You put damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon until it has 100 HP remaining. That actually isn't too bad. So basically you kind of soften somebody up a little bit. You soften them up a little bit, maybe for a Calyrex later on. You know what I mean? So they have 100 HP remaining. So yeah, you're softening the blow a little bit for your other attackers. And then its other attack, Psychonesis, it does 60 damage. And then it does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, you know, a little bit of damage there. Honestly, you can either go with this or I was thinking about Necrozma V. Necrozma V is actually really good. But in order to use Necrozma V's big attack, you have to have a special energy attached. So you could use like the horror psychic energy and attach the horror psychic energy to the Necrozma V. And if you do, the attack will do more damage. Like, more damage. I think like 200 and something. But you have to basically find the horror psychic energy, then attach the psychic horror energy for the turn without using Shadow Rider Calerex's ability, because it's only basic psychics for Shadow Rider Calerex. And then you have to send it out and attack with it. So it's a little harder to use, but I think the Necrozma V is actually really good as well in here, other than this. You know, I mean, if there's some other psychic attacking Pokemon that you guys would like to use, you know, you could use them or whatever, or share them, you know. I mean, but that's, you know, that's up to you. This is what I'm kind of going with for right now, just as, you know, just as something in here. All right. Right now we're going with 2 copies of Cresselia. This is also from Jet Black Poltergeist and the Ice set, Silver Lance and Jet Black Poltergeist. What Cresselia does is basically Volcanion. It's basically Volcanion from the Fire Decks. It has 120 HP just like Volcanion. Except it's weak to dark and has a resistance to fighting, just like all these other guys. 1 retreat cost. But the first attack is just like Volcanion. Attach a psychic energy from your hand, not from your hand, but from your deck to one of your bench Pokemon. If you're going second, attach 3 from your deck to that Pokemon instead. This is very, very good. So psychic type Pokemon get a Volcanion that'll let them attach 3 energy. You attach those first 3 energy, Shadow Rider Calyrex is already off to a great start. Alright, then the next attack for 2 psychic energy, it says if you have 5 or more energy in play, then this attack does 90 more damage. So this attack can end up doing 120 damage. Well, 90 plus the 30 it already does. Alright, so 120. So that's very, very good. I think that's actually more than Volcanion. But I think Volcanion was 110, I think. Yeah, Volcanion was 110. This is 120. So this is just maybe like 10 damage more. But as a psychic type Pokemon, this is very, very good to get you started with. Honestly, I want to run 3. I want to run 3 because I want to see it more. I want to be able to have it early game, because I want to go second and use that. It's a very, very good card. Oh, 1 copy of Dedenne GX for right now until it rotates. Play it from your hand, discard your hand, and draw 6 cards. Simple. One copy of Crobat V with the Dark Asset ability. You play it from your hand, and you can draw up to 6 cards. So, moving forward, this will actually be the standard, and everybody's gonna play with Crobats when the format rotates. So, if I do another deck profile, expect to see probably like 2 in this deck or something like that. But everybody's gonna be using Crobat Vs for draw power. And 1 copy of Bench Barrier Mew. Bench Barrier Mew for right now until the format rotates. It protects your bench from getting from your opponents putting damage on them. Not damage counters, but damage. Like if they have an attack that damages the bench, they can't do it because this is down there. So this will stop decks like Rapid Strike from damaging your bench. Things like that. But yeah, I just started just to have a copy in there just to stop things like that, because you know, bench damage is pretty crucial. And we need to have it in there. Alright, on to the supporters. 3 copies of Professor's Research. Self-explanatory. Discard your hand, draw 7. Three copies of Marnie. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5. Your opponent draws 4. Not shuffle your hand. I mean, yeah, shuffle your hand and then put it on the bottom of your deck. Then you draw the top 5 cards of your deck. Your opponent draws the top 4. So it's a little bit of drawing, a little bit of disruption for your opponent, giving them only 4 cards. Very, very good. 3 copies of Boss's Orders. Alright. You basically get to switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. So you get to bring up somebody from their bench, which is very, very good. Two copies of Sonia. Now this is new. This is a new card. Well, not a new card, but it came out in one of the earlier sets. But what this card does is that this card lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or 2 energy. Or you can mix and match. You can get 1 basic and 1 energy. Stuff like that. But you add them to your hand and shuffle your deck afterwards. The reason why I'm playing this card in here is because of Rider Calerex. You can sit there, you can find your basics, or you can find your energies. If you search for your energies, your psychic energies from your deck, if you have the Rider Calerex Vmax out, you can sit there and take the energies, attach them, draw 2 cards. So, let's say you go get 2 energies with this. And then you have out 2 Rider Calerex Vmaxes. Okay, I'll go get 2 energies, but then I'll take those 2 energies, attach them to my Pokemon with Rider Calerex's ability. I'll draw 2 cards, and then I'll take the other psychic energy I got, I'll draw 2 more cards. So, you could potentially draw 4 more cards after you get your 2 energies from the deck with Sonia, which is very, very good. So, oh, yeah. So, use the energies as a draw engine to draw more cards, to get you what you need. Which I think is brilliant. I think it's just brilliant. You know, also with this going first, or second, not going first, but going second, when you play this, like, you could just get 2 Rider Calerex Vs and bench them and set up, you know, and set your bench up so you can basically get out the Vmaxes on the next turn. Or go 1 Shadow Rider and maybe a Psychic Energy attachment for the turn. Getting that energy attachment for the turn is actually really crucial too. So, four copies of Quick Ball. Discard 1 card from your hand. Search your deck for any basic Pokemon. Add it to your hand. Four copies of Fog Crystal. Fog Crystal is from the Chilling Reign set that's going to be coming out. And basically what this does, it lets you search your deck for either a psychic basic Pokemon or a psychic energy and put it in your hand. So yeah, this is basically like a little, it's like the item version of Sonya, you know. But yeah, but this is very, very good because, again, you can search out your psychic energy, you know, and use Shadow Rider Calerex's ability, attach, draw 2 cards, attach, draw 2 cards, you know. Also getting your psychic basics, you know. This is also good for going first or going second. Getting your bench set up. It's just extra search, which is very, very good. Which this deck needs to get going. This deck is going to be a powerhouse. This deck's going to be a powerhouse, and this card is just amazing with this deck. And you can basically do it for free. Four copies of Pokemon Communication. We use the Pokemon Communication right now until it rotates. Swap a Pokemon in your hand for one in your deck and then shuffle it. Pretty self-explanatory. Four copies of Switch. Switch your active of one of your bench Pokemon. Self-explanatory. One copy of Air Balloon. I actually want to add 2. I actually want to add another one, but you know, I may end up cutting something and adding another one in here. But Air Balloon allows Shadow Rider Calerex, helps it to retreat because it's only 2 retreat costs, so it makes it free. So that's really good. You can switch out to another one, or you could switch it back to the bench to attach energy to it or something like that, you know. And last but not least, 3 copies of Old Cemetery. This is also going to be in our Chilling Reign set. What this does is that if you attach an energy card from your hand to your Pokemon, they take 2, you put 2 damage counters on them. Except for Psychic type Pokemon. So if you attach an energy card to any other Pokemon other than Psychic type Pokemon, they're going to take damage. This is actually really, really good. This basically helps you soften the blow for your attacks. That's less energy that you would have to basically get on your Shadow Rider for them to attack. And it also puts them closer to knocking them out, because you know, you take that 2 damage, or you take that 4 damage from you attaching energy to your Pokemon that are not psychic. So yeah, this is definitely for this deck. This is for this deck, you know, and it helps it out a lot. Yeah, I just think this is great. I like the Old Cemetery in here. And then we have the energies. Don't want to do them down here. Let's do them up here. Let's see. 4, 8, 12, and 14. 14 psychic energies. Alright? 14 psychic energies. That's a lot, but we need a lot because Shadow Rider Calyrex can use its ability to attach them, and then you could be doing a lot of damage with its attack. So but yeah, this is the deck. This is basically standard. I mean, if you want to put something else in here, maybe like Mewtwo or Mewtwo or whatever, you can. you know, but, you know, honestly, I'm going for the straight shot. It's standard for me. But yeah, I like it. I really like it. You know, if you guys like it, try it out. You know, take a snapshot of it. You know, tweak it. You know, let me know what you guys think about it. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, mischief managed.